Hello, dear listeners. Welcome to Alphabet. Myself, Aravind, the CTO of our company. So, let's start with our presentation. My topic is optical fiber communication. These are the contents included in my PPT. First of all, we know about what is optical fiber. An optical fiber is a hair-thin cylindrical fiber of glass or any transparent dielectric medium. The fiber which are used for optical communication are waveguides made of transparent dielectrics. Its function is to get visible and infrared light over long distance. Structure of optical fiber. It consists of a cladding layer, core layer and a protective coating. Core. The innermost layer is called core. Central tube of very thin size made up of optically transparent dielectric medium and carries the light from transmitter to receiver. The core diameter can vary from about 5 micrometer to 100 micrometer. Cladding. Outer optical material surrounding the core having refractive index lower than core. It helps to keep the light within the core throughout the phenomenon of total internal reflection. Buffer coating. The last layer is called protective layer. It provides protection from drastic environmental changes. The typical diameter of fiber after coating is 250 to 300 micrometer. An optical fiber cable look like this. Working principle. Total internal reflection. When a ray of light travels from a denser to a rarer medium such that the angle of incidence is greater than the critical angle, the ray reflects back into the same medium. This is known as total internal reflection. In the optical fiber, the rays undergo repeated total number of reflection until it emerges out of the other end of the fiber, even if the fiber is bent. When a ray is incident on the interface between two dielectrics of two different refractive indexes, refraction occurs, which is shown in above figure. As n1 is greater than n2, theta 2 is always greater than theta 1. When the angle of refraction is 90 degree, the refracted ray emerges parallel to the interface of the angle of incident must be less than 90 degree, and the angle of incident now is called critical angle theta c. At the angle of incidence greater than the critical angle, light is refracted back into the originating dielectric medium with a high efficiency, which is known as total internal reflection. Refraction. Refraction is the changing direction of light when it goes into a material of different density. Snell's law. N1 is the refractive index of air and Nr is the refractive index of water. Snell's law states that Ni sin theta I equal to Nr sin theta r. Classification of optical fiber. They are classified into two categories based on number of modes and the refractive index. On the basis of number of modes, there are two types: single mode fiber and multi-mode fiber. Single mode fiber. In single mode fiber, only one mode can propagate through the fiber. This type of fiber has small core diameter 5 micrometer and high cladding diameter 70 micrometer, and the difference between the refractive index of core and cladding is very small. There is no dispersion, no degradation of signal during traveling through the fiber. The light passed through the single mode fiber through laser diode. Multi-mode fiber. Multi-mode fiber allows large number of modes for the light ray traveling through it. The core diameter is 40 micrometer and that of cladding is 70 micrometer. The refractive index difference is also larger than single mode fiber. There is single degradation due to multi-mode dispersion. They are not suitable for long distance communication due to dispersion and attenuation of signal. On the basis of refractive index, there are two types: step index and graded index. In step index fiber, the refractive index of core and cladding is constant. The light rays propagate through it in the form of meridional rays which cross the fiber axis during every reflection at the core cladding boundary. Gradient fiber. In this type of fiber, core has non-uniform refractive index that gradually decreases from center towards the core cladding interface. The cladding has uniform refractive index. The light rays propagate through it in the form of skew rays or helical rays. They do not cross the fiber axis at any time. Block diagram of optical fiber. In optical fiber communication, the information source provides an electrical signal to a transmitter, which includes an electrical stage and drives an optical source to give modulation of the light wave carrier. The optical source which provides the electrical to optical conversion may be either a laser or an LED used here. The transmission medium consists of an optical fiber cable and the receiver consists of an optical detector which drives a further electrical stage and hence provide demodulation of optical carrier. Here, photodiode or phototransistor are used for detection of light signal and optical to electrical conversion. Information source. It provides an electrical signal to transmitter comprising an electrical stage. Electrical transmitter. It drives an optical source to give an modulation of light wave carrier. Optical source. It provides the electrical to optical conversion. It is also able to, it may be a semiconductor, laser or an LED. Optical cable. It serves as transmission medium. Optical detector. It is responsible for optical to electrical conversion of data and hence responsible for demodulation of the optical carrier. It may be photodiodes, phototransistors and photoconductors. Electrical receiver. It is used for electrical interfacing at the receiver of the optical link and to perform the signal processing electrically. Destination is a final point at which we were the information in the form of electrical signal. Advantages of optical fiber cable. The life of fiber is longer than copper wire. Handling and installation cost is optical fiber is very nominal. It is unaffected with electromagnetic interface. And attenuation in optical fiber is lower than coaxial cable or twisted pair. There is no necessity of additional equipments for protecting against grounding and voltage problems. as it does not radiate energy. Any antenna or detector cannot detect it, hence provides signal security. Disadvantages: highly skilled staff would be required for maintenance. Only point-to-point working is possible on optical fiber. Precise, precise and costly instruments would be required. Costly if underutilized. Accept unipolar codes only. And joining of fiber and splicing is also time consuming. Applications: optical fiber have a wide range of application in almost all fields. Some, some are being specified given below. In telecommunication field, space application, broadcast application, computer application, mining application, medical application and military applications. Conclusion: this concludes our study of optical fiber communication. Have looked at how they work and its structure. We have examined the properties of fiber and classifications. Although this presentation does not cover all the aspects of optical fiber work, will it will have equipped you knowledge and skill essential to the fiber optic industry. Thank you for listening.